Hi everyone, how are you? So, today's video is the second part of unit number 9. So, we're going to start right away talking about time expressions. Now, let's have a look. Here we have a diary, right? And here we have a box with some expressions. Now, I want you to have a look at the box, right? And identify which expressions are about today, tomorrow, this week, or next week. Try to think about that for a moment. So let's see. For today, we have two different expressions in this box we can use. We can use this evening or this afternoon, right? If I say, this evening I'm having breakfast. I'm having dinner with my parents. That means that is about today, right? Or this afternoon I have English lessons with Miss Nicole. That also means that it is today. This evening, this afternoon, this morning, right? Now, for tomorrow, we use, of course, tomorrow morning. Yes, we don't say next morning, that's not appropriate. We can say tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, right? We can use that word combined. We don't say tomorrow in the morning, that's not necessary. Now, expressions for this week. So for the week we are living at the moment, right? It doesn't matter if today is Monday or Saturday, right? You know that weeks go from Monday to Sunday, right? So for this week, we can say this Saturday, this one. Now, for next week, of course, we're going to say next Tuesday. So imagine that today is Monday, tomorrow is going to be Tuesday, right? So everything from this list is going to be used with this. This Wednesday, this Thursday, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we have next Monday, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, and so on and so forth, right? Very good. Now, we're going to do a very short listening. We're going to hear 5 different conversations, and I want you to identify what the conversations are about and put the number next to the topic, right? So we have a meeting, a meal, right? A walk, a journey, and a game of tennis. Now, I want you to also identify when is this going to happen, right? So, what the conversation is about and when is it going to happen. So, let's listen.
Track 46.
1. Are you free this evening? We're all going out for a meal.
No, sorry, I'm working this evening.
2.
The meeting's on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes, next Tuesday at 2:30. Room 303.
Okay, thanks.
3.
I'm getting up early tomorrow morning. The taxi's coming at 7:30.
Okay, what time's your flight?
Not till 11, but I need to be at the airport at 8:30.
4.
Are you free this Saturday?
Yes, I am, yes. Is 2:30 okay?
Yes, that's fine. See you at the tennis club then.
Okay.
5.
What are you doing this afternoon?
Nothing much. Why?
Let's go for a walk. It's a nice day.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so remember that you can go back and listen as many times as you need, all right? So now we can check your answers. Now let's see. The first conversation was about a meal. The second one was about a meeting, right? The third conversation was a journey. A person wanted to travel to another place. Then we have a game of tennis, and the last one was a walk, right? So now, when is it? When are these things going to happen? So first, the meal is this evening, right? This evening. The meeting is going to be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Then the journey is going to be tomorrow morning, right? So they are preparing for tomorrow morning. Number 4 is this Saturday. This Saturday. And the last one, which is the walk, that is this afternoon. This afternoon, right? Very good. Now let's continue talking about plans for the week. Now we're going to be having a look at some notes. These are Alan's notes about some plans or things he has to do this week, right? So here we can see Alan, right? And then here we have the notes that he has written. Yes? So we have hairdresser, Friday, 3:30, Sophie, pizza house, right? My party, Saturday evening, Carlos, Saturday, Monday, right? Arrives 6:30, cinema, and then so on. What I want you to do is to have a look at the sentences in exercise 1, and I want you to match them to the corresponding notes. Yes? So for example, number 2 says he's going to the hairdressers. So that is probably note A, right? So you put the letter next to the number. So you can pause the video now and do the exercise. Okay, so are you ready? Let's see. The first one says, a friend is coming to stay. To stay, right? So that means that he is going to sleep at Alan's house for a longer period of time, or maybe for one day, right? So that would be letter D, right? Number 1, letter D. Excellent. 2, he's going to the hairdresser. That is letter A. I already told you, right? He's meeting a friend for lunch. He's meeting a friend for lunch. So in that case, we know that this is B, right? Because of the time. 12:30 is the time that you can get together for lunch. He's going to the cinema. And finally, he's having a party on Saturday evening. Very good. Now pay attention to the way these sentences are written. What tense are we using? Is it present simple, present perfect, present progressive, past, or what, right? So last time we started to talk about present continuous, right? If you pay attention, this is the structure. We have a subject, he, or a friend. We have the verb to be, is, and z, right, in this case. And then we have one verb with ing, coming, going, meeting, going again, and having, right? So this is present continuous. Now, are these sentences, because we said that last time we talked about how we can use present continuous to talk about the things that we are doing at this exact moment. Like in my case, I am talking to you. I am explaining something to you, right? You are listening to me. So these things are happening now at this moment. But if you pay close attention to these sentences aren't about now, right? They are about the future. They are future plans that Alan has for this week. Now, this is only possible because we are talking about a very specific word which is called arrangements, right? So we can use the present progressive to talk about arrangements. Now, you may be asking, Miss, what is an arrangement? An arrangement is something that you have planned or decided to do in the future. Yes? Un plan, una actividad que se va a desarrollar, ¿cierto? Y que ya está planeada para el futuro. Yes, that is an arrangement. So, be careful. We are not going to use present progressive to talk about any type of future or predictions or possibilities, right? No, we're not going to use present continuous for that. We're only going to use it to talk about things that we have arranged with someone, things that we have planned before, right? So, for example, when I say that a friend is coming to stay with me, that means that I have talked to my friend before, we have decided, I have invited him to my house, and he has agreed. So, we've planned that he's going to stay with us, right? ¿Sí? No es una suposición, no es una predicción, es un plan, right? Something that has been decided before. Now, here we have some examples, right? Present progressive to talk about now, like in the example number 1, just we're just having breakfast at the moment, right? And to talk about the future, like example, oh, I'm sorry, like in the examples here, right? I'm meeting a friend on Saturday. They're going on holiday tomorrow. So, in this case, we're usually going to be using expressions of time to talk about the future, like this evening, right, or tomorrow morning, or next week, or next month, right, this Saturday, and so on and so forth. All right, very good. Now, another thing. I think I told you this before, but do not get confused. The structure, maybe I can move a bit, wait. The structure of the present progressive is subject, verb to be in present, and main verb ending in ing, then complement, right? So we can say, I am meeting a friend after classes, right? I am meeting, that is the verb with ing, right? So this is very different from saying I'm going to meet a friend after classes. Yes? This is future. Y esto también se usa para hablar del futuro, but this is not present continuous. This is future simple. Yes? Future with going to. ¿Sí? ¿Cómo sabemos que esto no es presente continuo? Porque aquí estamos usando otro verbo, ¿sí? Going to va a ser un puente para el verbo principal que seguirá siendo meet, pero en este caso el verbo principal no lleva ing. Así que ahí se dan cuenta que esto no es presente continuo. I am going to meet. No, I am meeting. Yes? Now, I can say I'm going to a meeting, right, with my colleagues, ¿sí? Y esto sí es presente continuo. ¿Por qué? Porque aquí meeting no lo estamos usando como un verbo, sino que como un sustantivo, como una reunión, ¿sí? Así que voy a una reunión, ¿cierto? Con mis colegas. I'm going to a meeting with my colleagues. Yes? So be careful and pay attention to that. Now, let's go back to the final exercise. So listen to Alan. We're going to do a short listening and try to identify when is he free. So when does he have free time? All right?
Track 47.
Hi, Alan here.
Hi, Alan. Can we meet for coffee this week? Are you free in the afternoon?
Afternoon. Not today. I'm meeting a friend for lunch.
How about later in the week then?
Thursday's okay. I'm going out in the evening, but I'm free in the afternoon. Friday, I'm going to the hairdresser in the afternoon, so that's no good.
Saturday maybe?
Well, it's my party on Saturday evening, so Saturday I'll be quite busy. So Thursday's best, really.
Okay, so when is Alan free? So we know that that is Thursday afternoon. Thursday, right? Be careful with pronunciation. Thursday, yes, afternoon. Okay, now exercise B is as look at Alan's notes again. You are Alan and tell a friend what you're doing. So try to make sentences using the present continuous to talk about the things you're doing this week, right? So here we have an example. It says, I'm going to the hairdresser on Friday at 7:30. Now pause the video and create one sentence for each one of the following cases. Okay, so B, C, D, and E. Pause the video now. Are you ready? So let's see. These are just possibilities. So for letter B, you might say, I'm meeting Sophie for lunch at Pizza House, or because we don't know the date, right? So we can say, I'm meeting Sophie for lunch at Pizza House. I'm meeting Sophie for lunch at 12:30. Yes. Then we can say, I'm having a party on Saturday evening. I'm having a party on Saturday evening. Carlos is, right, in this case, Carlos is going, Carlos is coming to stay this weekend. Or Carlos is staying with me this weekend. He is arriving on Saturday at 6:30. He is arriving at 6:30. And then the last one you can say, I'm going to the cinema on Friday at 7:30. I'm going to the cinema on Friday at 7:30. Very good. Now, for the last part, well, this is an exercise for you to do it, right? So here we have examples of some sentences, and the idea is for you to decide if they are true for you or not, right? So, for example, number one says, I'm going out this evening. So in my case, I'm not going out, so I can write it in negative. I'm not going out this evening. I'm staying at home tomorrow morning, this week, next year, probably, right? And then you can read the sentence and say if they are true or not to you. Now, last but not least, we're going to be talking about how to make invitations, right? So, because when we plan things with certain people, right? Maybe when we arrange to go to the cinema, or when we arrange to go to a party, or when we invite someone to our houses, right? There's some language that we would like to use. Now, here we have an image of two friends, right? They are talking, and the man on the left is inviting the other man to a party. He says, we are having a party on Saturday. And then the invitation is just a simple question. Yes? Now try to think, what question can you include using the words from here? We have you, like, would, come, and to. Try to imagine what possibility we can have. So did you get it? The question is, would you like to come? Would you like to come? Yes? Would, if you need something like a reference in Spanish, would es como el iría al final del verbo. ¿Sí? Por ejemplo, acá el verbo es like. Sería como, ¿te gustaría venir? ¿Te gustaría venir? Una posibilidad en el futuro. Para eso usamos would. Would you like to come? Yes? ¿Te gustaría venir? And then he can say, I'm sorry, yes or no, right? So now let's listen. Alan invites John and Sophie to his party. Listen to the two conversations. Identify, when is the party? Where is it? Who can come, or who says yes, and who can't come, and why not? All right? So one of them, Sophie or John, one of them can go and the other one can't. Yeah, so try to identify who is who. Let's see.
Track 48.
1.
We're having a party on Saturday. Would you like to come?
Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm going out on Saturday.
Oh, well, never mind. 2. We're having a party on Saturday. Would you like to come?
Oh, yes, thanks. I'd love to. When is it?
It starts at about 8 at my flat.
Okay, great.
Okay, so let's see. Do you have the answers? So when is the party? The party is on Saturday. Saturday. At what time? At around 8. Yes. Where is it? At his flat, or you can also say at Alan's flat. Yes. So you don't get confused. At Alan's flat. Who can come? That is Sophie, right? Sophie said yes. And who can't come is in this case John. Why not? Because he's going out. Yes? Very good. Now, try to remember what are the expressions that they use to talk about the answers, right? If they say yes or no. So we have two expressions, right? To say yes, or first, John to say no, right? He says, sorry, I can't. Sorry, right? You're very sorry that they have invited you to a place and you can't go. Sorry, I can't, or I can't go, right? And now Sophie says, yes, thanks, I'd love to. Yes, thanks, I'd love to. Now, this contraction is the contraction of the word would. I'd love to. I would love to. Me encantaría. Right? I would love to. Now, one thing that you need to know is that when we use can and can't, these are modal verbs, right? And what happens is that every time we use modal verbs, the main verb after goes in its base form. Yes? No conjugations. So for example, you say I can't go, and you also say she can't go. Yes? It's not goes, este está conjugado, ¿cierto? It's just she can't go. Yes? The same happens for the verb to be. If your last boyfriend tells you, oh, please get back together with me, and you say, oh, I can't be with you. I'm sorry, right? I can't be. Why? Because be is the base form, right? We don't say I can't am, yes, or you can't are. I can't be with you. All right? That's just a clarification. And then here we have, right, the expressions I can come to the party, I can't come to the party, or I cannot, right? Both are correct. Just pay attention to the pronunciation. So let's listen.
Track 49.
I can come to the party.
I can't come to the party.
So pronunciation might be difficult to spot, but it also has to do with some intonation, yes? Remember that these red dots show where the sentence or the word is stressed, yes? So in this case, we're going to stress the words come and party, not the can in positive. So we say, I can come to the party. I can come to the party. Now, in the case of negative, this is the part that is going to be stressed. So you say, I can't come to the party. I can't come to the party, right? So the emphasis goes in the negative and not in the positive modal verb, right? So that is going to be the end for today's lesson. Remember that if you have any questions, you can contact me at my email. I will see you very soon. Bye bye.